Feeling really embarrassed after sex on the first date. I've, 18F, been seeing this guy, 22 meters, who's crazy nice, very intelligent, empathetic, creative, enthusiastic. I'm super attracted to him. He's basically my perfect type. We met up at my house for our first date because I don't go out because of COVID. We talked about different things and I cooked for us. It was a really good time. We ended up having sex, including anal, which wasn't really something I really did with my previous long-term partner. When it got to around the end of it, I shit-dicked him. And not like a little. It's probably the most embarrassing I'd ever felt in my life. I stood up, hid behind the door, told him he could use my bathroom to wash up, then I ran downstairs to use a different bathroom. I was in there for a pretty long time, just hiding. When I finally got the courage to leave, he was super nice about it. He said it wasn't the first time that happened to him. But I was so embarrassed I couldn't even look at him, and when I finally did, I started to cry. I don't cry very often, so the fact I was so vulnerable in front of someone very new in my life that I'm insanely interested in is tremendously upsetting for me. I hate that our day ended with him having to console me over something disgusting I did to him. Again, he was so incredibly nice about the whole thing and said he had a good day, and that he liked my cooking, told me to look at him, and when I did, he kissed me. I'm kinda lucky it was at least a guy so nice, but I still can help but feel so much shame. I currently feel like I couldn't even look him in the eyes again. How do I cope? Edit, thank you for all the helpful comments. I'll try to laugh it off. Sorry I haven't said thank you to everyone individually. Damn these kids out here doing anal on the first date. 2020 man. He wanted anal and you're feeling ashamed that some poop showed up to the event? Don't be. He wanted it and he seems okay with it. That's happened to me before too, lol. But when you don't prepare for anal, that's what you can expect to happen. He handled it like a mature human and I'm sure he will love to see you again. Just make sure you'll booty cleanse before anal next time. Listen, you can't throw a party at Poop's house and not expect Poop to show up. Lol, you're gonna be fine, he's gonna be fine, everyone will be fine. Just breathe. Any guy who does surprise anal sex knows he's risking getting shat on. Has he made contact since then? Yes. It happened last evening, but he texted me as soon as he got home. I was really grateful. BF couldn't get it up during sex, so he pulled up a pic of a naked girl. So I'd say this happened about a year ago. My BF and I started to go at it, but he couldn't seem to get it up. He stopped, sat back on the bed, pulled out his phone and looked at it for a few minutes until he was good to go. After we were all finished, I couldn't stop thinking about why he was looking at his phone, so I opened it up and found he had pulled up a porn website with a picture of a naked blonde girl. Just for context, I'm a brunette with smallish boobs that I've always been a little insecure about. My BF always tells me he prefers smaller boobs and likes mine, but the girl in the picture definitely had some big ass boobs. I also know that his type was tall, blonde girls, but he said that opinion changed when he met me. We've been dating for several years now, and before this happened I never minded that he watched porn. I watched it too and we were open about it. But this felt different. It felt like he didn't find me attractive enough, so he had to look at naked pictures of someone that he thought was actually sexy. Like I said, it's been around a year, but it still weighs on my mind. Having sex is really upsetting for me because I feel like he's always closing his eyes and picturing someone else. Even watching TV with him is draining because every time there's an attractive woman on the screen I think, well, my BF would be all over her. He also seems to notice that seeing hot women on the screen upsets me and will quickly start talking about something random to try to distract me. All that really does is reinforce the idea that he thinks the girl on the screen is attractive. I've told him that him watching porn now just makes me really insecure and uncomfortable, but time and again I've caught him watching it behind my back. My confidence is completely crushed and I never initiate sex anymore because I don't feel like I can even turn him on. It's hard to ignore the thought that he just has sex with me because he gets horny and I happen to be there. How do I bounce back from this? Quite honestly, I wouldn't even have bothered after the first incident you mentioned. Sounds like porn/masturbation addiction. He's desensitized to the real thing and his mind only reacts to porn now. Porn can cause that in males and is extremely common. Don't take this personally. This isn't a reflection on you at all. This guy clearly has a porn addiction. What the actual porn is isn't really relevant. How the porn star looks isn't important. One day he might be looking at that and the next at someone who looks just like you, and the next day someone completely different again. Porn addictions aren't about tastes or preferences. All you can do here is try to get him to work on his porn addiction or end the relationship over this. I would say the former is worth trying first, though I know the internet loves to get riled up and forget there's real people involved, so this won't be a popular comment. If he won't or can't, then you can leave knowing how deep his problems ran and know it wasn't a personal thing related to you. Don't let this turn into a personal insecurity for you. You're better than that. This is how porn is harmful. Oof, I would not be able to come back from that. It's okay to find other women attractive, it's also okay to not be in the mood or to not get it up. Call it quits, try again another time. But this was just so plain disrespectful. On the bright side, this has nothing to do with you. It's him. He most likely has a porn addiction and can't get hard without porn or the idea of porn, which is, again, a him issue. My 24 meters girlfriend, 24F, cheated on me last night. I have been dating my girlfriend for almost 3 years now. Since we started dating, I have made it very clear how important it is to me that my girlfriend is loyal and never cheats on me. My girlfriend has always been one to flirt, but it never bothered me that much since it always ended there. I think it stems from her self-esteem and seeking approval from others. We haven't had a perfect relationship, but we've both grown a lot and been through a lot. She's my best friend and we both thought we would get married eventually. He lives across the country from me. Last night she went out with her friends. I thought this alone was irresponsible because of COVID, and took mdma. She was sitting on the porch with her friends and then they went inside and it was just her and some guy left. After chatting for a bit they made out for a minute before she pulled away and regretted it. She went home immediately crying in the Uber. She told me first thing this morning and apologized. She has been genuinely apologizing all day and begging for a second chance, saying she will make changes and it will never happen again. I still love her so much, but I don't know if I can get over the cheating. Do you think I should give her a second chance or end things now while it's easy? Frankly, I don't know that she's not trickle-truthing you right now. She knew cheating was a deal breaker, but did it anyways. We are in the middle of a pandemic but went to a party and made out with a stranger. Long-distance relationships rely heavily on trust and communication. It can't survive if trust is gone. And it's gone. Here on out you won't be able to trust her. You have to rely on her word that it was only a kiss when she already broke your trust by cheating. For your own sanity, break up and move on. It only gets worse here on out. And find someone closer to start a relationship with. You're 24 years old, move on and be happy. Do you want to give her a second chance? Or are you holding on because you've been together for so long? Personally, I'd say the drugs and flirting have to both stop. Alone they may not have had this outcome, but clearly together they lead to very poor decisions. And by being okay with the flirting, you've opened up this situation. I'm not saying it's your fault, just that it could have been potentially avoided. If you want to continue, she needs to learn healthier ways to build her self-esteem. Other than that, it'll take a lot of work, time, and open communication. It's hard to rebuild trust once broken.